Hello, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to beat Mizar's second boss fight in Force Gemini, particularly for speedruns of this game. This is probably the section of the game that has the biggest difference in difficulty between a casual playthrough and a speedrun by someone who knows exactly what they're doing, and it all comes down to one simple trick that I'll be showing you in this video. I see a lot of casual players struggle with this fight, and so I thought it would be beneficial to have a guide over this part of the game that makes it go from rage-inducing to something relatively simple. And the whole fight comes down to where you position your crosshairs at the very beginning of the boss battle. Mizar will start the thing off with a meteor shower, which gives you the opportunity to nudge the control stick just slightly so that the aiming reticule gets locked on an imaginary horizontal line between these 2 points on the spikes on the sides of this canyon. And you can take as much damage as you really want from the meteor shower as long as you get your crosshairs positioned in the exact right spot. The Tri-Rocket has the best aiming reticule, as each one's a little bit different, to get the line positioned exactly right. You can see in this playthrough that I am cycling through a bunch of different weapons. You don't have to worry about that. It was just a 100% run where I had a lot of ammo to spare and different weapons that I could just mess around with. All that you need to focus on is getting the aiming reticule in the right spot, and then once you do, you can strafe using the C left and C right buttons to dodge incoming meteors. Once the last meteor reaches your position, Mizar will start flying towards you for a claw attack. You, again, don't have to worry about taking damage. You just want to fire 3 or 4 Tri-Rocket shots directly at around his chest area. His weak point is on his back. And as he's flying towards you, you also want to aim a little bit up and to the left as he gets increasingly closer. Normally, you should be able to end this cycle of the fight within 6 to 10 Tri-Rockets. Once you do that, Mizar will go into another meteor shower and repeat this process all over again. You'll notice that as he's flying away, the position of the crosshairs allows me to not have to worry about aiming my shots. I can just focus on tapping the Z button to shoot Tri-Rockets at his exposed weak point. While this should allow you to skip the main portion of the actual fight, in the event that he does get to cycle out of his claw attacks, there are 3 additional attacks that he can do and is invulnerable during this part of the fight. The first one is called Laser Vision, where he just shoots beams of light from his eyes that are relatively easy to dodge and do very little damage. The second is called Minty Breath, which again is very easy to dodge and does almost no damage at all. And the final one is what we in the speedrun community like to call his Finger Blast attack. Mizar potentially finger blasting you is the only attack that you want to watch out for, as it's the only one that does real damage. He'll choose an attack 3 times, and it's important for this entire portion of the fight that you don't move your aiming position. You want to just use the C left and C right buttons to strafe back and forth, and there's no point in shooting him because he is invulnerable until he starts flying back and forth. Once you cycle through 3 phases of shooting him in the back, his wings will eventually explode, causing him to land on the ground and starting the final phase of the fight. All you really need to focus on is shooting him in the face. If you're worried about taking too much damage, you can also shoot his left and right arms off, which basically limits all of his attacks. And from there, just keep shooting him in the face until the fight is over.